With some crochet fun. No more yapping like all those Yuletide videos. But I filmed so much during Christmas that I needed a little bit of a break. I've just been sort of hibernating in this first month of January and now until beginning of February. Well, now I'm back in business. I have not been, how do you say in English? You say I don't sit with idle hands. I never do that. And I've got a couple of patterns ready for you. One today and one I'm hoping for my birthday later this month. So I wanted to do a little Valentine's pattern. Actually, Valentine's Day is not traditionally celebrated where I'm here in Iceland. It is sort of now, but I'm so old that this is like some new age stuff for me. So I don't really identify with it a lot, but a day for love, I'm all for that. And I actually did have, after the Yuletide collection, the Christmas pattern, I had some more hearts in me, some hearts pattern. So I thought it would be just perfect to do a little hearts pattern for Valentine. And I named it after our goddess of all, our old Norse goddess of love, just to ground it a bit for me. And I present to you Freyja. Whee! I actually this was just a little piece I made for myself. This was like the testing piece, but I made a really nice table runner for my little sister, whose name is also Freya. So it was very, very appropriate or everything. So I made her a little housewarming gift. I'm going to put some photos of it now on the screen while I talk, because I've already gifted it to her, because she and her husband was building a new house in the countryside, and I wanted to give them something special and nice for the new house. So I made them the table runner, and then I made this little hearty Freya cushion for myself. And basically it's the same heart as from in Yuletide, the Christmas pattern, but this idea I had, it just didn't fit with the stitch count, and I really wanted to continue with it a bit, so I just did this little simple pattern. But what I have added to it is these, you see how these hearts here are quite smooth in comparison to the first ones I did. You see the difference here between these and then these here. So I just did this little tiniest of detail of how you can make the edges a bit smoother without doing any, elaborate slanted stitches or anything different, anything complicated. It's basically just sometimes just for, on some spots you work into both loops instead of the back loop only when you're doing the single crochet. So it's very easy, but I thought I would say hi for Valentine's and say, I so love all you guys. You bring lots of love to my life, and I hope you have lots of love in yours. And to add to that, I think we should make this together. So I'm just going to show you one little heart, how to make that today. It's a quick one, but it's been a while since I made a tutorial, so I thought it would be fun to start with that again. I'm going to use the yarn that I used for the table runner. I did a table runner that was like almost a meter long and 20 centimeters wide. You can do it any size you want, obviously. I made it with two colors and this cotton yarn here, which is really nice. Well, this is going to be mirrored. It's organic cotton from Denmark and a 3mm hook. So it worked out quite quickly, I think. And my sister was very happy with her present and the pattern in her name. So that's all that matters, really. So yeah, today I'm going to show you how to make one little heart. It's a 12 stitch repeat, so you can do it any size you want. This I made in the rounds. Obviously the table runner works flat. You can do it in the round, flat, whatever, however you like it. You can make a whole blanket. And I do like the switching off of the background like I do here. It kind of looks a bit like 70s. It's got a 70s vibe to it. I really like it. And this one is all mine. You should see my couch. It's filled with crochet cushions. I should show you at some point. Not now, it's a mess. I had to like angle the camera to this little corner here that was like sort of okay as background. Doing great, doing great. But yeah, I really like this one, and I'm just going to keep it cheap because it's sort of, I'm very aware that it's very similar to, well, it's the same heart that's from the Yuletide, it's just with a different stitch count and lined up in a different way, and with this little extra to get those lines smooth. You see how smooth these lines are? Oh my God, I mean, that's some sexy stuff. So just grab two colors, any yarn. I think for the, you know, for the swatch you can do whatever. I recommend cotton for the table runner, obviously. For this here I used wool. You can use whatever, and this is perfect for stash busting. Obviously, if you make it like this in many colors, you really don't need much of each color. So 3mm hook and this, and I'm gonna get started. You can just use any yarn you like and a hook that suits it, and I'm gonna show you how to make those smooth, sexy lines. This is my sexy Valentine's input then. Crisp, nice crochet lines. Well, you know, we have all different expectations, maybe. Whatever floats our boats. That's it. Hey, oh, let's go. Let's make some hearts, baby. Okay, off we go. I'm a bit excited to be filming again. Some proper tutorials, not just some yappity yap. Where's number 3? Here's number 3. And like I said, I'm going to use the same cotton that I used for the table runner for my sister, which is really nice to work with actually, but I'm not going to use these nice skeins because I'm going to save those for something because I had 2 extra. Like I said, I used 2 of each color for the table runner, and I have a bit left of the blue and a lot more of the sort of like a bright orangey, what you call it, red. And I really like this combo. It's so 70s, like it's got a very nice vibe to it. So we start. This is a bit dark, this yarn, I am aware, but I'm gonna see if it just doesn't work because I mean, I'll just talk you through it also. So what we are doing is, this is a 12 stitch repeat pattern, so you can make it any size you like. If you're working it flat, then you chain up 12 stitches, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And if it's flat, then you add 1 extra stitch for the end. If you're doing in the round, then you do not add that 1 extra. And then we're going to add 2 more for the border stitches. Okay, that's when working it flat. I have something on me here. Oh gee, look, see, I just got this new nail polish and it goes perfectly with the yarn. I would like to say that this was planned. It was not, but I never do shiny stuff like this. So we chain up and we do repetition of 12 and then add 3 to it and then 1 more for the chain. So repetition of 12 plus 4 really here. And the last one, the 4th here extra, is just the chain. So that's not gonna be part of our final stitch count, and you can't see anything here probably. This is so small and dark, but I just inserted my hook into the 2nd chain from the hook, and then we're gonna work 1 single crochet into each stitch, and then we will have the total stitch count here is the 12 plus 3, and it's a so you can do like 24 plus 3, or you can do 36 plus 3, you know, etc. So I really was very happy because I had so much fun with the hearts in the Yuletide pattern, and hearts are just, well, they're just darn cute, aren't they? So I was really happy to allow myself a bit extra time with my hearts. You can use this little technique that I'm going to show you to get the smoother, sexy lines. For the Yuletide hearts as well, of course, if you have that pattern. And I will actually send a little discount code to those that already bought that pattern, so that you don't have to, you know, I don't want to be greedy. But it does come, actually, this one does come with 3 different charts and different lining off of the hearts and everything. So I mean, I hope it will not disappoint the pattern if you go for that. I just forgot that this is cotton, so I have to use my scissors here. So I just did 1 single crochet into each, and now after this first round here for this little sample, then we have 13 stitches here, single crochet. And then we just take color B, the pattern color, and we're gonna work round 2 is just, this is just like always, we're gonna go into both loops here of the first stitch. That's the border stitch at the beginning of the row. Pull your yarn up and do one chain here, and then 1 single crochet into the same stitch, always the same, the border stitch, and then we work 13 stitches single crochet all into the back loop always. So yeah, I was quite happy with myself too, because I was like, yeah, so I have all the hearts and I want to do hearts, and and it's almost Valentine's Day, so I was like, yeah, this could work. But then, like Valentine's Day, I honestly do not just it's not, I do not identify with it, because it was never a thing when I was growing up. And we actually have separate days here in Iceland according to the old pre-Christian calendar of the months, where we have the men's day at the end of January and the women's day. Like it's sort of like the wife or the woman of the house day. It can be both, and or the husband or the man of the house day. So we celebrate those here, but actually it's funny, they land on like either side of Valentine's Day. So maybe I was thinking, like, I think we just need some extra loving in this month of in the beginning of year with all the darkness. Okay, so that's 13 stitches here into the back loop only. Okay, 13 stitches done here, and we're gonna do the last stitch here. The border stitch is into both loops, 1 single crochet into both loops, and then chain 1, cut the yarn, and a whoopa. Okay, so now we have done the 2 foundation rows that are just like this, and we go on to row 3. That is the main color again, and we are going to start with the border stitch as always, and then we're going to do 2, 4, 6 double crochets. Okay, and again, I am sorry, oops, no, this is not for using this dark yarn, but it would be very cute once the heart pops out there. So, and while I have the beginner's tutorial all very slow and showing you all this, I'm sure you know how to do mosaic crochet by now. If not, do check out my beginner videos where I show you the technique, but this is just double crochets, go down 1 row always. Okay, how many have I got? 2, 4, 5, and 6. And then we're going to do 1 single crochet here into the back loop. This is the little tip of the heart. And then we do, the repeat now says 5 single crochets plus the 1 extra at the end that we have to, so that we center the pattern. 2, 3, 4, 5, and a 6. And the border stitch. Snippety snap, whoopa. So this was round 3. On to round 4. I did the border stitch, and now we are going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 just normal single crochets that go into back loop only. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And now to get the smoother lines, we're gonna do our little trick with the with the going into both loops here on each side here. So we're going to do the next single crochet, not into the back loop like normally. Oh my God, you cannot see anything here. This is powering through. You go into both loops now with one single crochet into both loops just before you get to the tip here. Into the tip, we are going to work. So it was 5 stitches here, single crochets into the back loop, just normal mosaic crochet technique. And then we're going to add this one here stitch at the end, single crochet. That's both loops. And then we're going to work 1 double crochet. And then the next one after here goes into both loops. And then just single crochet 5 again here into the back loop only. So basically what this does is that, yeah, it doesn't seem like much, but you can see here how this stitch goes just a tad further down than this one here. So it just makes it, in the end, it makes a lot of difference actually. So I will definitely be continuing to explore with this technique to get smoother lines. And then the border stitch at the end, and whoopah. Okay, this was row 4. Let's just keep going and go for row 5. And we start with the border stitch. Yeah, so like what I was saying, that Valentine's is not big here. Maybe it is, I mean, it's getting bigger probably now. But it's not like a traditional thing. So that's why I just decided to go all in and name it Freya after our old Norse goddess of love. She was a real badass. Okay, so we start here now and we do 4 double crochets. A 1 and a 2. So Freya rides her chariot through the skies, and it is drawn by 2 cats, like big cats. And she was the protector of women and birthing and fertility. And, well, let's just say she is not one to be messed with. And, well, actually, my sister Freya is also not one to be messed with. Very appropriate name. It's normal here in Iceland to have names after the old gods. Like, we have all the, like, Thor, and my mom's name is Thora. It's like Thor, and actually my nephew is called Steinthor. It's like rock Thor. And we have all these names, Odin and Thor. It's all normal names in Icelandic. Okay, we have the 4 double crochets, and now we're going to make 5 single crochets, all into the back loop only. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Sorry, I'm so chatty, but it's been a while, so I missed you guys. And then we do another 4 double crochets. And remember that when you're doing your repeats, then it's not 4 here. It's because we're adding, it's 3 plus the 1 extra stitch at the end. So if you're doing a repeat, then it's 4 plus 3, and it's always 7 in between the hearts here. But the pattern comes with the charts, all 3 types of the charts, upside down, and all kinds of heart alignments. So it should be very clear. And I added extra symbols in for where you make these little adjustments with the single crochet into both loops. Okay, 4 double crochets. And we do the border stitch, 1 chain, snippety snap, and a whoopah. Okay, this was round 5. On to round 6, and we're using the pattern color again. And now we are going to, I did the border stitch here, and now we're going to work 3 single crochets into the back loop. 1, 2, 3, and then 1 into both loops. As you can see, I'm doing the both loops when I'm coming up to the red. You see, the last one here before I'm coming up to the red is where I do the both loops to get those smooth lines. Okay. Oh, my computer keeps turning off, taking the charts away from me. Sorry. There we go. Okay, 3 single crochets into back loop, 1 into both here, and then we're going to do 5 double crochets. 1 and 2. 3, 4, and 5, and we're just mirroring what we did on the other side of the heart. So now we do 1 single crochet into both loops here, and then 3 into the back loop as normal mosaic crochet. And obviously you can only use this trick, and then the border stitch. You can only use this trick when you're not going to work into the stitch here, this one. So usually we're always making the single crochets into the back loop only, so that we have the front loop for us to work the DCs in and the other color over. So we're not going to be working DCs into this here, and that's why I can do this. Okay, and you can see it's getting, like, I mean, it's still pixeled and everything, but really once it's all done, it makes a huge difference. It's just amazing. I'm very happy with this. And I hope you will be too. Okay, on to row 6. Too lazy to get out the post-its. It's just such a small project. Okay, we have the main color again in all the even number rows. And we start with the border stitch. And now we are going to work 2 double crochets. 1 and a 2. And then, what is it, 5, 9 single crochets all into the back loop. So as you can see, I'm only doing both loops here with the red whilst going out. When I start going back in again, then I'm going to use the blue for that. So it's a bit of it's a small trick, but effective. Now we just do single crochets here over these 9. Always in the back loop in this row. And now what? Oh, I went one too far, sorry. That's 9. And then we do 2 double crochets. And the border stitch. Chain 1, snippity snap, awoopa. Okay, that was row 6. On we go with row 7. So I'd love to hear in comments if you celebrate Valentine's Day in your country. Is this a worldwide phenomenon now? Is it like well, it's sort of international, and it's not just like it's you use it in the States. You do it in the States, but I'm sure you do it in more countries. But where did it originate from? Like it's from a Catholic saint, right? So I'm not sure if it originated in the States or... Well, I'd love to hear your thoughts on it if you can inform me. It's like I said, a day for love is all good in my books. Okay, we are in row 8 and we are going to work the border stitch here as always. Then we do 1 single crochet into the back loop. La 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 la. 1 into both loops, 1 single crochet into both loops, and then we do 9 double crochets. You could also tell me about your plans for Valentine if you did something nice. Any chance to celebrate, I'm all for it. 8 and 9. And then we do, again, mirrored from the other side, we do into both loops here, 1 single crochet into both loops, 1 into the back loop, and the border stitch. Chain 1, cut the yarn, and whoop. Okay, so here we are going. No, I'm feeling like it should be more smooth, but it is smooth. Like when you with the whole the final look of it is way smoother than the other type. But I mean, it's not magic. I mean, it's still pixeled a bit, obviously. Okay, on to the main color. I said before, was I saying that the even numbers were, well, if I said so, it was not correct. The main color here, the background color, is always odd numbers, and the pattern color is always the even numbers. That was row 8, and now we do 9. And that's the main color here. And we do the border stitch, then we do 1 double crochet, and then we do 11 single crochets all into the back loop. The only tricky part about this is that one is so used to working into the back loops only, but it's a simple little pattern, so once you get into the groove of it, you won't forget. And obviously you can work it just normally as well. I mean, this is just a little bit of an extra, but you can work it just normally without this as well, obviously, and it's quite nice. Okay, 11 single crochets, 1 double, and the border stitch. Oh, no, it splits. There we go. Opa. On to row 10. And we do the border stitch. We're using the pattern color. And here we do 1 single crochet and then 11 double crochets. It really is a delight to work with this yarn. I can totally recommend it. It is called Alba from BC Garn. It's 100% organic cotton. It's Danish. It's got a really nice, it's really nice to work with. It doesn't have a big, it's not very twisted, but still it does not, how do you say, break, like it doesn't split. Yes, that's the word I'm waiting for. It doesn't split very much, and they have lovely colors. I don't know where to get this really. This is just from a local yarn shop here, but I'm sure you can get it online. But you can use any cotton for this, obviously, if you're making the table runner. And I'm so happy I made it as a housewarming gift. It's such a nice housewarming gift. Okay, we did the 11 double crochets, 1 single crochet into the back loop, and the border stitch. Like so. Opa. Okay, we only have a few more rows to go. And we switch back to our blue main color, and we are going to work row 11. This only goes up to 13, so on to row 11. And now we are going to start, like I said, using this the two loops technique with the blue, not the red. Okay, we did the border stitch, and I'm going to do 1 double crochet, and now I'm going to do 1 single crochet into both rows, both loops, and then we do 4 single crochets into the back loop only. 1, 2, 3, and 4, and then we do 1 single crochet into both loops, and then we do 4 into the back loop, 2, 3, and 4, and 1 into both loops, and then we do 1 double crochet at the end here. Finish with the border stitch, chain, and a whoopa. Okay, almost there. on to row 12. It's only 2 rows more to go. And we do the border stitch. This is row 12. And now we are going to work 2 single crochets just into the back loop like normal. Now, once we, like I said, like when we're going out with the heart is like going out, then we're doing the trick with the pattern color. When we're going in, then we're doing the track with the background color, the main color. You'll get the hang of this once you start. It's quite, it leads you on, but it's all in the pattern as well. Okay, so now we did 2 single crochets, back loop only, and now we do 4 doubles. 1 and 2 and a 3 and 4, and then we do 1 single crochet here into the back loop, just on top of the one we did into both loops here, and then 4 double crochets. 1 and 2 and a 3 and 4, and then 2 single crochets into the back loop only and the border stitch. As you can see, we're almost there. Okay, on to the last row. As you can see, this is a really short, quick and nice repeat. 12 stitches and 12 rows repeat. Sorry. And we finish it off now here in row 13 with the main color. And we do the border stitch onto the boardwalk. Do, 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 do. Yes, concentrate, Tinna. We do 2 double crochets. 1 and a 2. And now we do 1 double crochet. So basically what we're doing here, this is a great spot to show you. We want to round off so it's not as sharply, boxy. So I'm going to do the double crochet here. No, the double crochet, no, the both loops here and here and here and here. Basically just to get those a bit more round here. Okay, so we do 1, and you can use this for any pattern really, once you get the hang of this technique. So 1 single crochet into both loops here because we want to smooth the edge here. And we just do 2 single crochets here into the back loop, and then we do the next single crochet into both loops because we want to smooth that over. And we do 1 double. Voila. It was really great fun to work on this pattern. Very nice, and it's such an easy repeat. You learn the pattern quite quickly. And now we want to smooth this edge and this edge, so then we do 2 into both loops here. 1 single crochet into both loops, and then the next 2 are just normal because that's not an edge that we're smoothing to get those sexy crispy lines. And this here we want to smooth, so there we do 2 into both loops. Okay, and then just 2 double crochets. And the border stitch, and voila, we are done. Whoop whoop. And here you go, we have our little heart all done. And you can, again, it's not perfect, but it's so much more. I'm going to show you the other one so that you see. Oh, this is so cute. I should hang this up somewhere outside. This is so cute. I'm going to show you here so that you see what I mean. I'm not making this up. These are really quite a lot smoother lines. It's fun to work with. So if I do maybe like this, taking care not to show you any of the disarray that is around. So this one here actually, I had the old stitch count, so I had 1 in between also. Yeah, but you can see here that this heart here, sorry about that, teenagers around. Yeah, so you can see this one here is quite pixeled. And then if I can show you, this one here is so much smoother. You see the difference between this and this, you know? These two here. It really does give a lot smoother look to it. I'm going to be making fun of myself with my sexy expectations for Valentine's Day are crisp, smooth crochet lines. Living on the edge. But yeah, this is my Freya pattern, and like I said, I showed you the pictures of the table runner. There you can see that you get the different types of the there are 3 different charts that we have, and you can have them upside down, and it's sort of like a funky 70s vibe, and it's a small little pattern, but I hope you enjoyed as much as I did. And like I said, I'll just keep it cheap. If you want to get all the charts, you could also just make something from the video and just repeat this again and again and just do more hearts. But yeah, and then I will be back soon. I can show you here quickly something that I'm working on. Yep. Because it is my birthday next week, and I have another little pattern ready for that. And yeah, I'll be back soon, you guys, and I hope you give this little pattern a go in honor of our goddess of love, Freya, and my little baby sister. Both of them real badasses. Happy Valentine's, everyone. I hope you have a lovely, lovely day. And I'm sending all my love and good wishes out to you. Mwah, 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 mwah. Toodaloo!